I didn't film earlier because I was an emotional wreck leaving my parents' house. But we have made it to New Buffalo, which is basically the bottom of Michigan. Our goal for this first day is to make it, I think Mark said, a ways south of St. Louis.
South of St. Louis.
Yeah.
I have the address, and it's somewhere south of St. Louis.
So we're going to go south of St. Louis and stop for the night.
Trying to get to an actual campground so we can plug in, shower, get water, and all that, so we're not just staying in a parking lot somewhere, like
a Walmart or something.
Yeah.
But so we'll be at an actual campsite because Vicky found a campsite we can plug into. So thus far, we have done pretty good in the car, and he just...
Kevin, we are go to go. We're going to go to the short side of the 2 hour zone. By that I mean we're going to drive to the nearest big truck stop we can find closest to the 2 hours, not including traffic.
Breaker 19 Rubber Ducky, hear you loud and clear. We're good for go, rocket tootin', whatever.
Batmobile is good to go. So we are now going to travel the 2+ some hours. There go Mark and Vicky, and here we go. Alright, so my hair's all messed up. I took a semi-snooze. Well, update though, we are about an hour and a half from St. Louis, and I think that's where we're gonna stop for tonight, right?
I think so.
And I'm gonna get
So we're in Illinois right now.
a little bit of food once we stop and hook up at the campsite, and then probably just have a chill early night, honestly.
Chill we're driving through.
Yeah, we're driving through all the corn.
Yeah, so Sans Chicago, Illinois is literally just a cornfield.
Yeah.
Like
And
one cornfield, just one giant cornfield.
Bubbers is back there. He's sleeping. Don't mind our little Galileo thermometer. We had to figure out how to wrap it so that it wouldn't break or fall over. So it's just wrapped in napkins back there. But yeah, well, that smells awful.
Oh yeah, it's a cornfield.
We will update you when we get to St. Louis. Oklahoma. We drove from just south of St. Louis into Oklahoma today, and we're about 2.5 hours out from Oklahoma City, where we will be stopping for today. And then
we're just outside Tulsa right now. We're 2 miles from Tulsa.
Yeah, 2 miles from Tulsa, and tomorrow should be a shorter drive. I think we said like 4 hours total.
I was going from somewhere in Oklahoma. Our goal today is to get I think south of Oklahoma City, or around Oklahoma City, and then tomorrow from Oklahoma City to just Amarillo, Texas. But that's only like 4 hours drive tomorrow. Oh, you can see the skyline of Tulsa up here.
I'll show you guys in just a second the skyline of Tulsa. But the goal is to make it to Gallup, New Mexico by Thursday, and be in Chandler by Friday. Early Friday. So we'll update you as we go. But today's goal is Oklahoma City. Easy. Good morning. So we stayed last night in Weatherford, Oklahoma. It's a really nice campground. And now we are, what is it? It's 11:30. We just got on the road for the day. I think
Short drive today. Only 5 hours of road time.
I think so. I think just under 5. And I think the goal is to get to, I thought Amarillo, but
I think we're going to stop in Amarillo, Texas, and see some like goofy, like Route 66 attractions. And then I think we're getting into New Mexico tonight.
I don't know what it's called.
The name of it, yeah.
But I think the goal is to get into New Mexico, and then tomorrow, since today is Wednesday, tomorrow.
Or something like that.
Yeah, some odd name. I think tomorrow we also have another short drive of 4-ish
tomorrow
hours
is crossing New Mexico
to get to the campsite that Uncle Danny, Vicky's brother, is currently residing at, and we'll spend some time with him. And then from there, we'll get up Friday, and Kevin and I and Cooper will head to Chandler. So we are, I think last night marked the halfway point of the trip. So stay tuned for updates.
And then, I guess halfway update. So Cooper, he's sleeping right now. He's chilling.
Back here.
He's sleeping. There's cows.
I've seen lots of cows thus far.
Yeah, Cooper's been doing really well. He just sleeps in the car. He loves this new like hammock platform thing. And then at rest areas, we just like run with him so much, and he just gets all this exercise. And then my dad, well, actually both my parents, my dad especially, absolutely fallen in love with Cooper. So like Mark this morning was like bummed because we took a walk with Cooper before he was up, so he didn't get to go on the morning walk with us. So Mark's been absolutely like loving taking him for walks. And when the trip first started, it was going to be, and we can show you later, we'll do a motorhome update, but the plan was for Cooper just to stay like in the entryway of the motorhome, and then that turned into, okay, well, he could be on the couches and furniture, to that, oh, okay, he could be in the furniture, in the kitchen. And then this morning, my parents freaking let him into their bedroom, and he was like walking around in there. So I think they're really enjoying having Cooper on the trip. But Cooper's been a really good boy so far.
He's been fantastic. He's, I think, surprised both of us, because we thought, and we love Cooper to death. Like, He's not a bad dog at all. We just thought he would be extremely needy and whiny and not be able to get comfortable, but it's actually been the complete opposite of that.
The only time he's whined in the car was we had driven for about 2.5 hours. We've been trying to stop every 2 hours max, but at 2.5 hours, and it was his dinner time, he was starting to kind of get some antsy to go to the bathroom and eat, but that's the only time he's whined in the car.
Yeah, and that part of that was on us because we were able to
object on road ahead.
verbally check in with the two of us, but he can't verbalize, hey, I'm hungry, or, you know, because we're going through different time zones, so we forget that, oh, you know, 7 o'clock here is really 8 o'clock back in Michigan, and he's used to having certain schedule back in Michigan. So anyway, so we are driving through the rest of Oklahoma today. Gonna get into the top part of Texas, and that should be relatively short. We'll stop sightsee for a second and then head into New Mexico. So we'll update you when we stop next.
It's time to go on a journey. The world's my show, with a map and a smile on my way. New adventures every day. Traveling far under the stars, across the seas where dreams are free. New places to find, leaving worries behind. Traveling the world, feeling so alive. Mountains high and valleys low, in every place there's more to know. With every step I feel so free. The road ahead is calling me. Traveling far under the stars, across the seas where dreams are free. New places to find, leaving worries behind. Traveling the world, feeling so alive. Meeting new friends and seeing new sights under the sun and the moonlight night.
Okay, so we're back. It is, almost 4 o'clock local time,
Yes.
and we are in Amarillo, Texas. We just stopped at a Love's gas station, filled up again, used the bathroom, and saw a goofy Route 66 attraction. They're called the
Cadillac Ranch.
Cadillac Ranch. Basically, it's several cars that were buried in the dirt at a 45-degree angle, about that.
Roughly.
So, had a little fam-a-lam gathering. It is 85 and
Family ding-dong.
and humid.
It is humid. This better not be the dry heat. If this is the dry heat, we're just sending our stuff back to Mexico, Michigan.
To Mexico.
It's only 85, and it was like,
It's very humid.
what is this hellscape?
Yes. But it is nice to feel the sunshine beat down on you. I wish I would have put sunscreen on, but we are getting closer to the desert for sure.
Now, I think we have 60 miles to New Mexico.
Yes, so I can't pronounce it. What are we going into? Temacuri, or something like that. So that will be our next
All right, 10-4, I'm
update.
sorry. making breakfast in the motorhome this morning.
We do have cover for
Lizzie's
that.
making eggs. Kevin's on toast duty.
Is that in the dishwasher too?
Mark's been on miscellaneous duty. Vicky is
Chilling. She made dinner stuff last night.
True. Cooper is also just chilling, working hard like always. This is us in New Mexico. Not a whole lot
My shapes are not
going on in New Mexico. And a Baron. No. 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 Hey. Get down. Hey.
So it is Thursday now, and we stayed last night in Tucumcari,
Tucumcari, I believe.
which was like this little town in New Mexico.
So if you show this is old Route 66 around right now.
If we go back that way.
That's like I-40, the highway, but the road we're on is actually like old Route 66 that we're on. That's the expressway, and then Mark and Vicky are in front of us.
I can't flip the camera.
Oh.
But yeah, Mark and Vicky
We could have went fishing.
are in front of us up there. And so we stayed in this little RV KOA park last night. That was it was a little rough because
It's called a gravel campground rather than a motor coach resort.
it was a little rough because Cooper, when we were taking him, well, actually it was just everybody, but we noticed first off when we were taking Cooper when we first got there, Cooper started limping and he had a burr in his paw. And so then we started checking our shoes, and turns out there just was a lot of burr/thistle in the back side of the park where we were staying. And so we ended up having to, when Vicky and I went grocery shopping at this little place that's like the only grocery store. It's not even a grocery store, it's a little market in town. Town is literally like a 3 to 5 mile stretch of road. It's the craziest
I
thing.
think we're pulling up on it right now, right?
Yeah, if you just went down further.
Because this is like so we left Amarillo, and this is like the first like full-blown like actual town you come to after leaving Amarillo.
After, yeah. So when Vicky and I went to this market to get stuff for dinner last night, we stopped into, there's a Dollar General, and found little kids socks that we used as booties for Cooper last night, because I have yet to get him actual like desert booties, and you can't have, well, you could have Amazon deliver, but it wouldn't be here to this little town in time, so we'll just get them when we get to our house. Good morning from sunny and breezy New Mexico. We're leaving Gallup and have 4 hours and 39 minutes until we reach our new home, which is super exciting. And we'll get our keys today. Pods they're supposed to be dropped off between 9 and noon local time, which we still have an hour to gain, right, Kev?
Yeah.
So it's currently 8:45 here in New Mexico.
So 7:45.
And it's 7:45 in Chandler. So,
we're 12 miles from the Arizona border.
which is super exciting. I think the GPS has us going north through Flagstaff instead of down through, I think it was Apache Fort or something like that.
Mountains.
So basically through the mountains. We were gonna go that way until we were talking with Uncle Danny last night, and he did bring up a good point that if anything, since Mark and Vicky are packing up the motorhome now, we went out ahead of them to get our keys a bit earlier and kind of scope out the pods and what to bring in first. So we left a little earlier than they did, but they should be shortly behind us. But since we are going out ahead of them, it makes more sense to take the road more traveled, because if something does happen, since we're alone, if we were to break down or something, staying on this I-40 that's heavily traversed is better for people to access us and help us. So we're gonna go through Flagstaff instead of down through the mountains, and I believe that is also the same route Mark and Vicky are gonna go.
Train.
There's 2 trains actually that I'll show you guys. Yeah, granted, there's really nothing out here. I just didn't expect to see so many trains going in and out of the mountains, but
with where we were last night, it was, the elevation was like 6,600 feet or something like that. So, you know what, like 1,400 feet higher than Denver.
which
So
is crazy.
Our heads, from like the pressure change,
Yeah.
it's just like awful. So today, Chandler has an elevation of like 1,200 feet.
So that should
descend
hopefully
like
help.
5,000 feet today.
Yeah.
And we're probably about a mild descent. And so we're hoping that helps to get back to normal pressure. But it's all downhill from here, I guess.
In the best way possible, I think. But so about 4.5 hours left. We will update you when we get to our place or stop.
These trains just go forever.
I know. I believe 7:30. It has been a while since I picked up a camera. We have been really working hard. We made it to our place safely. We met up with our realtor, and honestly, we got 2 of our 4 pods unpacked, so we'll have a bed to sleep on tonight, which is fantastic. I am super excited. I'm really hungry. You can come sit by me. Kevin and I have to go pick up dinner. Mark and Vicky just left. We're very, very appreciative of their help. Mark and Kevin got so much done. I'll give you a house tour in another vlog, but we've got stuff everywhere, and look at that strong man. I got most of the kitchen stuff done. My mom flies in tomorrow, and I'm super excited to pick her up tomorrow morning. Mark and Vicky will be making their way back over, and we will get the rest of the pods unloaded tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog off here. I'm super excited to take you guys along on this journey of us making Chandler our new home. So thank you for watching.